So we are going to write out the problem first. The problem here is that we are converting 44 in base 10 is in base 10, okay, it's in base 10, and then we are converting to base 2. This is the problem. All right, so for this one is different from when you are converting to base 10. So but from base 10 to base 2, you solve it differently, or from base 10 to any other base, you use a division method. So we are going to be using a long division method. So this is how we are going to go about it. Okay, so we will write out our 44 here, then we are going to draw our line, our division line. Sorry, it's not going to be straight, but please, it's not going to be straight. We'll draw our line here. Okay, so we are, remember, we are converting to base 2. All right, so what we are going to do is that we are going to start the division with 2. Okay, so we will say 44 divided by 2. 44 divided by 2 is actually 22. Since there is no remainder, so we write remainder 0. The next thing we are still going to use is 2 because we are converting to base 2. We will then write 2 again. 22 divided by 2, it is actually 11. So we will write 11. All right. 11 remainder 0 because there is no remainder. The next thing we are using is 2. All right. So 11 divided by 2 is actually what? It is going to be 5 because 5 times 2, remember 5 times 2 is 10 and it's going to be remaining 1. All right. So it is 5. We'll say remainder 1. Okay. We'll still go with 2 because what we are converting is to base 2. So 5 divided by 2. All right. 5 divided by 2 is what? It is 2 because 2 times 2 will give you 4. All right. So what will be left is 1. So it is 4. Remainder, sorry, it is 2, not 4. It is 2. You write 2 here. All right. Sorry, you have to correct it. You write 2 here. Remainder 1. So are you understanding it? The next thing now is still 2 we are using. All right. So 2 divided by 2, it is actually 1, 1. 1, 1. But how many remainder? Remainder 0 because there is no remainder. Okay. Follow me. So once you get to this point, you understand? Once you get to this point, whereby this one here is less than what you are converting to, what you are going to do now is you will still write 2, all right, but this time around it is going to be 0, remainder 1. This is how to solve base number. Once you get to this point whereby this place here is less than what you are dividing with, all right, so it becomes 0, remainder 1. So this is how the answer goes. The answer goes from down to top like this. It goes like this. All right. So we'll start from here. So we will write 1. We'll write 1. We'll write 0. We'll write 1. We'll write 1. We'll write 0. And then we'll write 0. In base what? 2. So this is the answer here. All right. This is the answer. This is how you solve the base number. Please remember the process. This is just how you go about it. All right. This is how you go about it. Once you get to this point, remember that once this place is less than what you are dividing with, which is what you are converting to, it becomes 0, remainder 1. So this is the answer to this particular problem.